You clicked on this video because you want to know all the best advanced dribble moves in 2K24 that will make you unguardable and help you win more games. I'm gonna show you stuff like the L2 cancel, the left stick cancel, and a lot more overpowered moves that you need to know. So make sure you watch this video all the way through because you don't want to miss nothing. But of course, like every dribble tutorial, I gotta show you what SIGs I'm gonna be using. And right now I'm on my 6'6" build. So this whole tutorial, I'm gonna be using the 6'6", and I'm gonna be using these SIGs. But if you have a smaller guard, it's gonna be basically the same stuff. You just have different animations, but the way you activate them will be the same. For your dribble style, if you're a taller build, I say go LeBron James or Pro. I'm using LeBron right now. And if you have a smaller guard, you already know if you have a smaller guard, you got to go with Kyrie Irving. It is by far the best in the game. And people ask me if I have a smaller guard and I can't get Kyrie, what do I do? And basically I just say make another build and don't use that build, because if you got a small build and you don't have Kyrie, there's no point. But if you don't want to make another build, you can go ahead and throw LeBron James or Pro on your smaller guards as well, and that'll work out just fine. For my signature size ups, the best one for taller builds is going to be De'Aaron Fox. Make sure you throw that on. It's kind of equivalent to Steve Francis for smaller guards. So if you have a taller build, throw on De'Aaron Fox, and then my smaller guards, like I said, throw on Steve Francis. And if you can't get Steve Francis, you can use something like Trae Young or also D Rose. Both of those are pretty good, but without a doubt, Steve Francis and De'Aaron Fox are my go-tos. My 6'6", I'm always using De'Aaron Fox on all my 6'6" builds, and then all my builds that are under 6'5", I'm throwing on Steve Francis if I can get it, because you gotta have a 95 ball handle, which you should have if you have a smaller build like that. So throw that on. Moving on to the regular breakdown combo. I don't do these moves a lot, and I say that in all my videos, but if you have some good breakdown combos that you think that are valid and that people can use and be effective with, put them down below in the comment section. Right now I'm using De'Aaron Fox. It's all right, it's pretty decent. It's kind of slow to me, but I haven't labbed up anything else to see what was just super overpowered when it comes to regular breakdown combos, and I just been having De'Aaron Fox on the whole year. That's for my smaller builds. For my taller builds, I'm using Penny Hardaway. Like I said, I don't do this move a lot. It's pretty slow to me. I think the regular breakdown combos are slow. The aggressive ones are a little bit more faster, and I feel like you can add them into your combos better. But those are the two I will go with. If you recommend something different, put it down below in the comment section. All right, on my taller build, I'm gonna throw in Jamal Murray for my aggressive breakdown combo. I think it's pretty decent, but again, I don't do it a lot. And then for my shorter guards that can get it, I'm throwing on Darius Garland. And this right here is actually pretty decent. I like the way he combos up and does those size up with this breakdown combo. But again, I'll repeat, I don't do this move a lot, so I don't know what the best ones are. So if you recommend something, put it down below in the comment section and let them know in the comment section if it's for tall builds or short builds. On to the escape moves. By far the best one you want to have on is Kemba Walker, without a doubt. Throw on Kemba Walker. Everybody can get it. I use it on my tall builds, my short builds, whatever it is. If I can get Kemba Walker, I'm throwing it on. And all you need is an 86 ball handle, and if you're dribbling, you should have about an 86 ball handle. I would hope that you have 86 ball handle. But another good one to have on is Trae Young, and then Jimmy Butler's a good one as well, but I haven't used that this year. I just heard that it's good by a few different people that are good dribblers, so you can use that if you want. I'm gonna tell you to use Kemba all day, every day. Moving on to the combo moves, another move that I do not move. I feel like it's just a pointless move. I don't know why it's in the game. I do see some people hit their combo move and do a step back or a snatch back, and it looks kind of clean when they do it. I don't think it's very effective. I forget to do it. I forget that the move is actually in the game. But for my taller builds, I have Tim Hardaway, and then my smaller builds, I'm using Steph Curry. If you have a secret combo move that is just super glitchy and super overpowered, again, help us out and put it in the comment section. All right, moving on to the crossover. For the whole year, I use Kobe Bryant. I recently switched to John Wall. I seen everybody using it. To me, I feel like they're the same thing. You let me know if you think that there's a difference between John Wall moving crossover and Kobe Bryant moving crossover. Let me know, because I don't know what it is. They look identical to me, but this is one of my favorite moves I like to do. I'll show you later on when we get into the touch. It's a move I like to do with this. It is super overpowered when you're coming up the court, when you're in a half court, whatever it may be. It's a very good move, and I'm gonna use that on my tall builds or my short builds. On to the behind the back. Best one in the game, Jamal Murray. Everybody should be able to get it. What do you need from Jamal Murray? You need an 83 ball handle and to be under 6'10". So basically everybody that's dribbling the ball can get Jamal Murray. I see a lot of people use Tyrese Halliburton from last season. I'm not that big of a fan of it. You can throw it on if you want. I just don't like the way when he does it behind the back. It kind of like brings him back. You saw in the animation right there. He'll do it behind the back and it kind of like pulls him back. I don't know. It's weird. I don't like it. I like Jamal Murray just because when he does it behind the back, it's smooth. He's going to hit that behind the back. Boom. Create separation, and you're not gonna like kind of jerk back into the defender. So use Jamal Murray on all your builds. Onto the spin, another move I don't do a lot. I really don't see anybody do spins this year, but they dropped Kobe Bryant this season, and I like the way he goes between his leg with it. It's kind of clean, so I throw on Kobe Bryant. If you got a spin that's super good, that's glitchy, and you want to share it, put it down in the comment section. So for the hesitation, this right here is kind of important, especially for my taller builds. So for my taller builds, I'm using Ja Morant. And the reason I'm using Ja Morant is because if you do a speed boost to one way, so say if you do a Jamal Murray behind the back, you try to run out of it. Majority of the time, it's gonna be hard to run out of. It's gonna give you a animation like you stuck in mud. But if you hit it and then you do a hezzy right after, you'll be able to speed boost out of it. And that's what any move that you're going to the opposite side, usually not able to speed boost out of it unless it's like an escape move. If you're just speed boosting off of behind the back or something like that, you can't speed boost unless you do a hezzy. And I use John Morant, the hezzy cancel out of that speed boost to help me to continue going. For my smaller guards, I'm using John Wall. It's real quick hezzy. If you're just standing there and you do hesitation and you run off of it, it's super overpowered. I think a lot of hezzies gonna be like that whenever you're using a smaller guard, just because of the dribble style, the speed, all that good stuff. But if you're using a tall build, put on John Morant, and in a small build, use John Wall. Onto the step back, this right here is definitely one of the most important moves. I think between the dribble style, the escape move, and the step back, those are like the top 3 SIGs that you need to have on to make sure you want to have the best ones on. But for my taller builds and my shorter builds, you can use John Wall. So John Wall has the LeBron James step back in it, has a good snatch back in it. This is an all around good, cheesy, I would say it's one of the cheesiest step back packages in the game. Very, very good. I use it on my tall and small guard build. Steph Curry, I did use this for the majority of the year, like on my 6'2s and my 6'3s, and it has a very good snatch back. It's more smoother than John Wall, I feel like. And I think it combos a little bit better with the way you dribble on a small guard. If you're using screens or Steve Francis or whatever it may be, I think that Steph Curry combos better. But if you want to ISO, if you're on an ISO build, I think John Wall is the way to go because it got that LeBron James step back, which is almost impossible to guard. So if you're ISOing, throw on John Wall. And then if you're using screens, you can use either one. But I would say go with Steph Curry if you can get it. All right, we're gonna start off real simple. And the first move we're gonna go over is the momentum dribble. I feel like the momentum dribble has been a super important move in a whole bunch of 2Ks, but this year it seems like a lot of people aren't using it. And I'm wondering if it's the way that you activate it, because it's different than it has been in past 2Ks. And it's a little bit weird. It feels awkward whenever you're trying to activate it. And I think that's why a lot of people don't use it. But with that being said, it is a good move to start your combos, to chain moves together, do a momentum dribble right there, behind the back, whatever it may be. It's a good move to add into your combos. And I just want to make sure you know how to do it because you never know. So there's 3 steps when it comes to this momentum dribble. The first step is holding down your right trigger. So you can see the controller cam on the screen. I'm gonna hold down my right trigger and the ball's in my right hand. So I'm gonna take my right stick and I'm gonna flick it diagonally up to the left. So right stick diagonally up to the left, and then right after I'm gonna flick my left stick diagonally up to the same side. So it's gonna like this. You're gonna get this down, get down that right stick, boom, right stick right there, boom, right stick right there. Hold down right trigger, flick your right stick diagonally up, left to right. You shouldn't be getting the momentum dribble. You should be getting this size up, escape, crossover, just like that. So the way you do the momentum dribble is you put it together. Now you're gonna add the left stick into it, going the same direction, but right after. You don't wanna do them at the same time. Don't want to hit the left stick before the right stick. You want to do the left stick right after you flick your right stick. So you're going to do it. Look at the hand cam. It's going to look like that right there. And that's the momentum dribble. You can spam it up at the core. You got to get the timer down if you want to spam it. But very good move. I add it into my combo sometimes. I like to do a momentum behind the back, or I'll do a momentum crab, snatch back, whatever it may be. You can add this move into your combos a whole bunch of different ways. I just feel like a lot of people were sleeping on it this year. Dribbling is kind of weird this year compared to past 2Ks. So I understand why a lot of people don't do the momentum dribble like they used to, but it's still a very good move, very valid move, a big staple when it comes to what moves are good in the game, what moves you should be using. You definitely want to know how to do the momentum dribble, and that's why I put it into this video. But after this, a lot of the moves I'm going to teach you are pretty advanced, so it's going to take a little while to get them down. But as long as you keep practicing the moves and you follow what I'm saying and lab up, you'll get them down with no problem. All right, this next move is the L2 cancel, and I have a whole video over the L2 cancel. So if you don't understand it, in this video was me going over tons of different moves that kind of get you sidetracked. You can go watch that full breakdown of the L2 cancel in its own video, but I'm really going to dig into it right now in this video, so you might be able to figure it out in this one. And it surprised me that a lot of people still don't know how to do this move or can't activate it, because it's very simple, especially once you get it down. Once you get it down, you can't forget how to do it. It's just stuck in your head. So just like the momentum dribble, all you want to do is start by holding your right trigger. You're going to hold down your right trigger, and you're going to flick your right stick diagonally up, left or right. Whichever way it may be, you're going to hold it down and flick your right stick diagonally up to the opposite ball hand. Ball's in my right hand. We're going to go diagonally up to the left with the right stick. It's going to look like that right there. I'm using Kemba Walker escape move, and I think the Kemba Walker escape move is the best escape move to use in order to activate this move right here, this little size up escape right here, and it allows you to do the L2 cancel a whole lot easier because the move is so smooth. But get that down. You don't want to go between the legs like that, which you can. You can L2 cancel out of this move right here, but for the most part, you're going to want to do this crossover where he crossover in front of his body and he kind of hops to the side. And after you do that move, you want to practice running. So hit that move, then practice running. Hit that move, practice running. Hit that move, practice running. Get that down. Because with this L2 cancel, you want to run. Like, you want to hit this move, you want to run and make your defender think you're going one way. So right here, I'm going to hit it. Boom. All right, I messed up. I'm gonna hit it. Boom, I'm running. So he's chasing me. He's thinking I'm gonna go shoot the ball or whatever, drive it to the paint, whatever it may be. He's chasing me. I just wanna boom, L2 cancel, and then go back the other way real quick on him. Like, so get that down. You wanna hit it, run, left trigger. Hit it, run, left trigger. And you see how my player's turning sideways like that? So you're gonna run, left trigger. You see that? Run, left trigger. That's when you know you're doing it right. You're gonna run, left trigger. Run. I'm too close. He made me do a momentum dribble. So I'm gonna run, left trigger. Run, left trigger. Get that down. Do that a few times. Get down the timing of it. Just, you know, get comfortable with it. And now we got down the cross, we got down the speed boost out of it, and we got down the left trigger. So now that you got those moves together, all you want to do is hit the escape move, which is this right here, holding down your right trigger and flicking diagonally up left or right, back to the opposite way after you hit the left stick. So we're gonna hit it, run, left stick, boom, back this way. Hit it, run, left stick, back that way. As you can see, and you can do it back and forth all day. Like, it's just, yo, bro, move, like, golly, look, all day. Boom, boom, boom. Very simple. If you need to slow down the video, slow it down, but that's how you do the L2 cancel. You gotta crab one way, speed boost, left trigger, and then run back the other way by doing the crab back the opposite way. Simple as that. One of the most overpowered moves in the game, and you have to have this move in your bag. You got to. A lot of people still don't know this, and a lot of people still don't take advantage of it, but the speed glitch is back in 2K24, and I kind of understand why a lot of people don't use this move, because you really got to come down the court, hold your right trigger, and then hold your right stick forward until he hops forward like that. And that's just that's not natural for a lot of people, and a lot of people don't do that. But once you do that, as you can see, look, let me do a snatch back. You see how he glides when I do that snatch back? It's because the speed glitch is activated. So boom, look at that glide. Okay, I'm gonna glide. You saw that, right? So I just glided. Now I'm gonna shoot, and now the speed glitch is off. I don't have a speed glitch no more. I'm gonna do the same move again. You see how it's like it's different. Like if you're paying attention, if you're paying close attention, it's a whole different move. Like rewind it, look at it now. Like it's a whole different, look at that. It's like he's like gliding across the court. I don't know, it's super weird, but this move is very good, especially on tall builds. It makes the taller builds dribble a little bit faster, dribble a little bit smooth, a little bit more glitchier. So I recommend you doing it. A lot of people don't take advantage of it. Like I said, I think they don't take advantage of it because the way you got to activate it. It's kind of awkward to come down the court. I think on the twos or the ones, it might be a little bit easier just because it's, you know, you're ice on, or you might be at the top of the key by yourself and it's not like a full court, but people don't take advantage of it because the way you activate it. And it's a very effective move that you should be using. But that's the speed glitch right there. You know, you activate it, now your player's moving all around. And once you shoot the ball, it does go away. So if you're in the possession, you shoot the ball and your teammate gets the rebound, you have to get the ball back and you gotta do it again, activate it again. Or if you score, you go down on defense and you come back on offense, you gotta come down the court and do it again to activate it. Very good move, very glitchy move. I don't know why it's in the game. I mean, it is what it is, but if it's in the game, we might as well use it, because if somebody's gonna be using it against us, we might as well use it against them. That's how I feel about a lot of these moves that people say are glitchy, is people are using it against you, so you might as well use it against them. There's no point of keeping yourself at a disadvantage to kind of prove a point, or like, you know, your pride getting in the way, whatever it may be. Take advantage of all these moves that I'm giving you in this video. This next move is this inbound speed glitch, and I really do this move a lot when I'm on the ones court, because I think it's, again, one of those moves kind of like the speed glitch where it's like a certain time of when you want to do it. But with that being said, I have been doing it a lot on the twos and threes. Is I'll catch the ball if my teammate hits me, and I'll do this little speed glitch off of the triple threat. I call it the inbound speed glitch, but it's really out of a triple threat speed glitch. So anytime you're in a triple threat, you can boost out of it, whatever it may be. It doesn't have to be off the inbound. It could be anytime you catch the ball in a triple threat and you can dribble off of it. So what you want to do is, you can see I just caught the ball from the trainers or whatever. So I'm gonna hold down my right trigger. Hold down your right trigger, and you're gonna flick your right stick left or right, depending on which way you want to go. You're gonna flick it left or right, and right after you flick it left or right, you're gonna move your left stick to run that way. As you can see right there, he gets a huge explosive speed boost, whatever it is you want to call it. It's a speed glitch to me. On the ones court, it's super overpowered. It's almost impossible to guard. When you do this move, you hold down your right trigger, you're gonna flick your right stick to the right, and then you're gonna push your left stick diagonally up to the right. So you're gonna run this way, and you get a whole bunch of separation. A lot of people do that and they hit that John Wall up to the basket, standing dunk. Is super overpowered, very overpowered. And not only that, on this move, you can do that and you can cancel out of it and do a Jamal Murray behind the back. You can cancel out of it and do a snatch back. And I'm gonna show you how to do those two moves right now. So as you can see, I'm in a triple threat. I'm gonna hold down my right trigger. I'm gonna flick my right stick to the right, and instead of like pushing my left stick all the way across the court to making me run that way, I'm gonna move my left stick a little bit, but then I'm gonna behind the back. I'm gonna hold down the right trigger this whole time. So I'm gonna flick it, move my left stick to the right a little bit, and then behind the back to the opposite way. So boom. And it's gonna look like that. That move right there is a kill 9 out of 10 times. Like, especially with this jump shot on this 6'6", this T-Mac jump shot, when you do that move and people kind of like off balance, it's super overpowered. It's super overpowered. You can shoot contested shots that should be contested, but they're not because their hands aren't up, because they're not expecting you to do it behind the back right off of that move, because you've been setting them up the whole game by speed glitching off the inbound to that way, but now you do it and you hit it behind the back and it just throws them off. It is very overpowered. You can also do a snatch back off of it. So I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna hit it, and then boom, snatch back. That right there also catches people off guard. I think the snatch back is an underrated move. The snatch back allows you to get some super crazy separation on the 3-point line, especially if you do it right here inside the 3-point line and then boom, back to it. Or if you do it behind the back off of it, that snatch back is kind of OD. I do it a lot on the ones. I feel like on the ones people play you weird, they kind of sag off and it allows you to get that shot off. It works on any court though. That snatch back is OD. But that's another move you can do off of that inbound glitch. Super overpowered. Make sure you're using that move. I'll guarantee you, some people are probably using it against you, but you just don't know they're using it, and you're wondering how they're getting so much separation and moving so fast off the inbound or the triple threat. And I'm telling you, they're doing that speed glitch. So make sure you use it too. I haven't went over this move in a minute now, but I'm gonna show you how to do it. It's the tween spam. It's when you go between his legs, boom, boom, back and forth, over and over again. Super easy move. Well, I don't want to say super easy. The timing is the concept of the move is easy, but the timing is where a lot of people struggle with, and I think you might struggle with it a little bit, but once you get the timing down, it's simple. It's a very easy move. So all you want to do is hold down your right trigger. So you're gonna hold down your right trigger and you're gonna flick your right stick diagonally to the right, like that. Boom, get that down, get that timing down, get that angle down, directly to the right, left, whatever it may be, to the opposite ball hand. You want to go between your legs. You're gonna go between the legs. Like on the crab I showed you when you went in front, you don't want to do that. You want to go between his legs. You want to go between his legs every time. So once you get that down, you're going to flick your right stick between his legs. And after that, you're going to flick your left stick the same direction, just with the left stick. It's going to be the same thing as the right stick, but just to the left stick, like the momentum dribble, but you're not going diagonally up, left or right. You're going to be going right or left. So the ball's in my left hand, boom. It's going to give me that move right there. You see that? Boom, boom. Messed up. Reset. You're going to mess up a little bit. You're going to mess up. It's all right though. Boom, boom. Once you get that move down, that's how you know you're getting it. You're going to, now all you want to do is come back and just spam it. So now that you got down the angles and everything and the timing, you're just gonna spam it, boom, boom, boom. Sometimes you'll mess up, but for the most part, once you get that timing down, you'll be all good. Real quick, if you're enjoying this video, if you feel like you learned something new that you didn't know how to do, if I broke something down good for you and it's the first time it actually made sense, hit that like button for me. If you're new, hit that sub button. But let's get into the rest of these moves. Okay, as you've seen in the 6 at the beginning of the video, I have on Jamal Murray behind the back, and I'm gonna show you how to spam the behind the back. And you can do this with any behind the back you have. I just have on Jamal Murray. I think it's the best in the game. So that's what I'm gonna show you how to do it on. And there's 2 different ways to spam this, and I'm gonna show you both ways. So the first way, you're gonna hold down your right trigger, and the way you activate the behind the back is holding down your right trigger, and you're gonna flick your right stick diagonally down to the opposite ball hand. It's gonna get a move right there. Very simple move to activate, but it's one of the most overpowered moves in the game. That's the behind the back, Jamal Murray behind the back. And the first way is to spam this is just double flick to the same side. Double flick to the same side. So that's all you're doing. Look at the hand cam. I'm double flicking to the same side. You might mess up sometimes if you get the time and mess up a little bit, but I'm just double flicking to the same side and he's spamming the behind the back. The behind the back itself is already overpowered move. I know you know this. It's super overpowered. Everybody spams it. But whenever you hit that, and then somebody plays it, and then you hit it again off the spam, it's a clip. It's crazy. The other way you spam it is by doing a behind the back into a hezzy. So I'm a behind the back and boom, and then I'm a hezzy. The way you do the hezzy, you should know how to do this, but you're gonna hold down your right trigger and then flick to the same side ball hand. So now I'm gonna behind the back, same side ball hand, behind the back, same side ball hand, behind the back, same side ball hand. This behind the back hezzy, behind the back hezzy, over and over again. Very simple, but it's glitchy, man. I'm telling you that behind the back gotta be one of the most overpowered moves in the game because it's super simple. Like the L2 cancel is very good and it's a very effective move, but the Jamal Murray behind the back, it's just so easy. Like anybody can do it. You can do it with your eyes closed, like your little brother, your little sister. Anybody can do the move. It's crazy. It's ridiculous. That's why I think it's so overpowered. Another move you can spam is the one I spoke on earlier. It's kind of slept on, and it's a snatchback. And a lot of people don't know you can spam the snatchback, but you can. It's very simple. All you want to do is do your snatchback, and the way you activate this is hold down your right trigger and then flick down on your right stick. So you get a move right there. I have on John Wall step back, so that's the animation I'm getting right now. If you have something on different, it might give you a different animation, but with John Wall, that's what it's gonna like. Simple as that. Very simple snatchback. The way you spam it is flick down on your right stick, and then right after, like a momentum dribble or the tween spam, you're gonna flick up on your left stick right after. So it's gonna look like this. Boom, 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 snatch, boom, snatch, boom, snatch, boom. Very simple move. It's very glitchy. I feel like I don't do it a lot of times over and over again. I might do it twice, but I'm not gonna go OD with it. After a while, you gotta get the timing down, but after a while, you be able to do it more consistently. I don't do the move a lot, so I'm kind of messing up a little bit, but that's how you activate it. Now I want to shift over to a couple moves I use to get up the court whenever I'm getting bumped. Right now, the court's gonna flip, so I can't go full court to show you how it will look like when you come up the court. But the first move is this John Wall crossover. You can do this in the up the court, in the back court. You can do this in the half court, whatever it may be. For I have on John Wall crossover, remember that. You're gonna run, hold down turbo, and then flick your right stick diagonally up left or right. It's gonna give you that huge crossover right there. Y'all saw that change of direction crossover he did? This right here allows me to get open a lot of times, but be careful when you're using it, because if you do it and you do it into a defender, it's gonna be an easy bump. They don't gotta press steal or nothing. They're just gonna bump it and steal it. So when I'm coming down the court, if I'm getting pressed or whatever, if I'm trying to get in front of my defender, I'm gonna run, hit that. I might go in for a layup, dunk, whatever it may be. And you can also do it in the half court. A lot of people like to do the inbound glitch I showed you. So look, I showed you the inbound glitch. Let me shoot the ball. So they do the inbound glitch, boom, and then they run this way and then do that behind the back, and it throws you in front of the defender and you're able to get a dunk, a layup, whatever it may be. But that right there is an explosive crossover. That's a move I like to use to get up the court whenever I'm getting pressed by a log. I also use it in the half court. Wherever you want to use it, it's a very good move, so make sure you add that to your bag. The next move you want to make sure you have whenever you come up the court is the fat stop. Very good move, very glitchy move. Where you activate it is run up the court and then pull your left stick diagonally down back into the defender, wherever he may be. So if I'm going, the court is flipping. So if I'm going this way, I'm gonna run and then pull my left stick diagonally down to the left, because my defender is playing behind me on that side where he's on my hip. So when I hit that move, it's gonna push me in front of him and get him behind me. And the way, especially with this T-Mac jump shot, if you do this and you get a crab with this T-Mac jump shot, it's green. Like all you gotta do is time the jump shot, fast stop right there. Super glitchy move. You're able to crab people very easy, especially with this jump shot where you're able to make some contested shots. And even Patty Mills. So if you got Patty Mills, that's another good jump shot to do this fast stop with, because it allows you to not really get contested when you shoot with somebody pretty close to you. Next, I want to go over like the speed boosting out of the escape moves. I know I kind of went over this a little bit earlier when I was showing you how to do the L2 cancel, but I want to go over the different ways that you can do it. Just like the L2 cancel, you can speed boost out of your escape move by doing diagonally up, left or right to the opposite ball hand. So the ball's in my left hand. I'm going to hold down my right trigger and then flick my right stick diagonally up to the opposite ball hand, and he can speed boost that way. With the tall build especially, you're not able to just to flick and then like speed boost. Like you see, it's like kind of clunky and whatnot. On the smaller guard, you can do it. Right now he looks a little bit sluggish. It's kind of fast a little bit, but you can't speed boost to the same side. So you want to speed boost out of your escape moves, or how I'm about to show you in a minute, I'll show you how to cancel out of it and speed boost out of other certain moves. So you get that crab, you can speed boost out of that. You can speed boost out of a swing. Very good move to speed boost out of to the same side ball hand. As you see, you cannot just flick and run with a tall build. What you want to do is either just stand here and then hold down your right trigger and then run out that way like that. Boom, boom. You see my left stick? I'm just running out to the opposite side. That allows you to speed boost out cleanly. Another way you can speed boost is by doing a hezzy. So I'm gonna do it behind the back. As you can see, it kind of makes me get stuck in mud, but you can do it behind the back into a hezzy, and then you'll be able to speed boost out of it. As long as you do that hezzy afterwards, you can speed boost smoothly. If you're just standing still, you can hit a hezzy and then speed boost out of it. This hezzy is really not that good for standstill speed boosting, but like I said, if you do it behind the back and then hezzy, you can run out of it, and then you can also just sit here and then misdirection. You can run out of it pretty clean like that. Next, I want to go over the left stick cancel. So there's two ways of left stick cancel. I prefer one over the other. I'm gonna show you both ways, and you can lab up both of them and see which one you prefer. But there's two different ways to do it, and we're gonna get into that right now. So the first way to do it, and this is the first way I learned how to do it. This is probably, I mean, I thought when I learned how to do it this way, it was the easiest way to do it, but then I learned the other way, and I think the other way is kind of, I don't know, I feel like it's more smooth. I think I activate the left stick cancel more when I do it the other way. But the first way, you're gonna hold down your right trigger, you're gonna do your crab. So we already got our crab down. We should know how to crab. After everything I just showed you, you should know how to do this crab. So you're gonna hold down your right trigger, right stick diagonally up, left or right to opposite ball hand. After that, when the ball hits your opposite ball hand, you want to hold up on your left stick, and you're going to hold down your right trigger the whole rest of the time. So we're gonna boom, crab, and then hold up on our left stick the whole time. As you can see, my player keeps running. You might be wondering, like, that's not an L2 count. You just keep running forward. But you wanna do it, hold up, and then once you hold up, once the ball gets to the opposite hand, you wanna crab back the other way. We're gonna crab, left stick up, and when the ball is in my other hand, as you can see right there, I did a little bit, I messed up. You're gonna mess up on this a little bit. That's why I like the other one more than I like this one, because I mess up too many times when I try to do this. But you're gonna get it. You're gonna crab, you're gonna hold up the whole rest of the time, and where I mess up is the timing of crabbing back to the opposite your hand and getting that timing down. So if you can get it down, you're like, you're doing it perfectly fine without messing up, do it this way. But I'm gonna show you another way to do it too. But let's go over this again. So you're gonna crab, hold up on your left stick, as you can see right there, I did it a few different times. I don't like doing it this way because I think that I messed up too many times going back and forth. But as you can see right there, I did it like 2 times back and forth, but then I mess up. The next way to do the left stick cancel, and the way that I prefer to do it, is by doing a crab and then flicking up on your left stick. Crab, flick up on your left stick. Crab, flick up, not up, but diagonally up to the opposite ball hand. So I'm gonna crab and then flick diagonally up left to my opposite ball hand. Crab, you did a momentum. Crab. If you get a momentum, that means you're flicking your left stick too fast. So as you can see, I was getting a momentum right there. Right there, I got a momentum. Right there, I got a momentum. That's because I'm flicking my that's because I'm flicking my left stick way too fast. I gotta wait till the ball gets to my opposite ball hand to flick that left stick. So ball gets there, ball gets there, as you can see, this way, I feel like it's way easier than the other one. I don't know. The other one is the first way I learned how to do it. But once I learned how to do it this way, it just seemed like this is the way to do it. But you want to slow down when you're doing it. You don't want to get sped up or whatever. I'm getting sped up a little bit. I'm talking, showing you how to do it at the same time. But you're going to hit it, left stick, hit it, left stick, hit it, left stick. And you see that is way smoother than the other way. Whichever way works for you, go with that. I mean, the first way is the way I learned how to do it, and I was pretty efficient at it, but then I stopped doing it that way, and then I started doing it the second way that I showed you, by just crabbing, left stick, like that. And I think that's a whole lot easier. Up to you, whichever one is easier for you. But I hope you learned something in this video. If you haven't already, hit that like button. If you're new, sub up so that you don't miss any more videos that are gonna make you 10 times better at 2K.